Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Vanillaraccoon and welcome to a Minecraft Let's Play. First things first is, yes, we are going to be playing with shaders on throughout this episode, and that is only because I've been watching a few Minecraft Let's Plays from my fellow peers, and one thing that I've been noticing a lot is they've been playing with shaders, so I thought, hey, you know what, let's go ahead and give this a try and just see how this works. So feel free to let me know down below in the comment section, mainly towards the end of this episode at least, what you think. Should I continue to record these Vanilla Plus Minecraft Let's Plays with the shaders on, or would you prefer to just let this be a every once in a while type of thing, maybe for special milestones or special events when it comes to this series? So I have been fairly busy recently. For those of you who follow me on Instagram at Vanillaraccoon, then you would have seen some postings in the My Story feature of the adventures that I've been going on. The first adventure I went on earlier this week was to a small quiet place known as Lititz Springs Park. Now, this place is known for a few different things. However, the one thing that is very extraordinary in my own opinion is that you can literally walk up to the ducks, geese, and other wildlife that inhabit this area and feed them out of the palm of your hands. And if you're a little shy or you don't want them to pluck the food out of the palm of your hands, then you can at least just toss it nearby after walking up fairly close to them without disturbing them, and just feed them as if they were a household pet, which is again pretty extraordinary to me, but in my own opinion. So what I want to do in this episode is something that is slightly inspired by what I had seen at Lititz Springs Park, and then we're going to probably tie in something that I had gotten experience from when visiting Valley Forge National Historical Park. Now, most likely in the second act of this episode at least, I'll be sharing on screen with you some pictures that I took during my adventures, and then afterwards in the third act, I'll leave it to you to engage in the discussion for this episode. But I think that is enough rambling for me. I'm going to go ahead and begin to gather up the materials and resources that I'm going to need, along with the proper tools. And then when I bring it back, I'll have a little bit of a progress update for you. And then from there, we can go ahead and have a little bit of a story time and show and tell when it comes to the pictures. So I'll see you guys in just a little moment. Boy, that actually looks pretty good. Admittedly, I don't really play Minecraft all too often with shaders on, only because once I do so, my late 2013 iMac desktop begins to make some concerning noises, but so far at least I'm enjoying this experience and my computer hasn't blown up yet, so I'm really thankful for that last part. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to have some pictures begin to appear on screen, and that way I can give you a better visual representation as to what I'm going to be talking about here, and that is, this is my attempt at recreating Lititz Springs Park here in Minecraft. Now obviously it's not going to be exactly to scale, but that's only because we're working with a blocky game and only so much land to begin with. So right here at least, this is where the beginning of the channel is going to be at, and when it rains it pours and the water can begin to gather right here, and once there's a fair amount of it, it's going to begin to flow downwards and under the bridges. Now the reason why I decided to make these bridges wooden and out of wood instead of stone like what it is in real life is because when 1.13 comes, then we can go ahead and take our axe and we can right click it so that we can turn it into stripped logs, and that's actually a beautiful texture. It's slightly more beautiful to look at than the current log textures that are in the game, but that's my own personal opinion. Feel free to let me know down below in the comment sections what you think of the stripped logs so far. Now you're gonna have to excuse these grass blocks right here at least. Basically what I had done over there is what I'm going to be doing down here, and then just so we can try and get this to look as much of the real deal, right in that hillside I'm going to be building something, and also slightly behind and to the side of this small little baby bump right here at least, we're going to have somewhat of a small gazebo that we can go ahead and play some music at, because in real life at least, like I said, that there is a music gazebo right there, which, little fun fact, sort of deviating from the subject right here and now. My best mate from high school received his very first EX raid pass in Pokemon Go, and it's going to be at Lititz Springs Park, which is going to be on the 26th of February, Monday at 6 p.m. So most likely by the time this video goes out, he and I will already be on our way to his very first EX raid and have a chance to battle and catch Mewtwo. But he's been playing the game for about a month and a half maybe now, and he still has some weak Pokemon. So this is going to be a fun experience nevertheless. So getting back to the subject now, yeah, so this is going to be my attempt at recreating Lititz Springs Park, and one thing I would like to do, okay? Since this is a Vanilla Plus world, and we are utilizing top quality player heads, we may actually have some wildlife inhabiting this area when this project is fully completed. But seeing as how it's almost getting to be dusk, I think that's my cue to go ahead and begin to wrap things up in regards to finishing off the project, and then when I've done so I can bring it back to show you the final result, and then from there we can say farewell. So I'll be right back with ya. By now, I'm not entirely sure what the runtime for this Vanilla Plus Minecraft Let's Play is going to be, but I am going to go out on a limb and suspect it's going to be a little bit shorter than what I usually produce, but that's for a few good reasons. One, I just want to take it easy when recording this episode, which is going to tie into the second reason, and that is, right now I would like to record as much content as I can, but I don't want to get too fixated on one little thing, and I don't want to add more to my plate than I already have. So I'm just trying to make sure that I can produce great quality content, but in spurs, if you will. And also, real quick, I want to mention that walking up and down this pathway is one of my favorite things to do in this village, mainly because when you walk up here you just get this feeling that, oh, there's going to be something really cool to look at the top of the hill. You turn to your right, boom. You turn to your left, boom. You look ahead, boom. But also, when you begin to walk down this hillside, at least you're going to see, oh cool, we got an arch, and this is going to be the Arch of Aeneas. And then once you make your way through it, boom, you then see Lititz Springs Park. Now, I want to do my best to swiftly recap what it is that I've been doing off camera, so that way we can get into our discussion and then end things on a solid note. So walking down here, at least, I've done some landscaping and I've added a little more plant life than I intended to, but as always, I'm the type of guy where I just want to add as much of it as I can, but of course in moderation, because I don't want to add too little, but I also don't want to add too much to where it's a little bit of an eyesore and not a point of interest. So feel free to let me know down below in the comment section what you think of this type of landscaping so far, because I would like to develop my skills in that trait, at least here in Minecraft. Now, I am going to enter theater mode so we can have a clean screen and nothing obstruct our view as we begin to walk through Lititz Springs Park. Real quick, you can see that we have some top quality player heads that resemble ducks and geese, and I did my best to scatter them out away from each other, because in real life, even though they were crowded fairly close to one another, I also wanted, in Minecraft at least, seeing as how we don't have that much room to work with, I just wanted them to be spread out and sort of chill in their own corners, so to speak. But also, like I said, in the second act at least, you can walk up to them and just go, hey, how you doing? And if you're so brave too, then you can even feed them out of the palm of your hands. But if you're a little shy and scared at first, then you can at least toss the food fairly close, and they'll just slowly waddle up, nibble at it, and then be on their merry little way, and respect your personal space at least. So that's why we have some ducks and geese just chilling along the water channel right here. Now, unfortunately, in this episode, we're not going to have enough time to build the music gazebo along with the welcome center further down, and that's only because, like I said, I'm a little pressed for time at this point, but I also want to record as much content as I can. So what I want to briefly talk to you guys about, and whilst I do so, I'm just going to go ahead and begin to scatter some netherwort, just add a little variation of plant life into this area. Let's actually just plant the netherwort underneath the trees in a little shady dark area. So that's okay, we'll just leave that paved grass block as it is. So what I want to just briefly talk to you guys about is what I would like to do with the channel moving forward. This is not a channel update. This is just a, hey, I've been having some thoughts and I thought, you know, you guys, the viewers, the wonderful peeps in my community deserve to know what I'm thinking and what I'm planning on doing next. And so aside from going out on these adventures whenever I have the ability to, I also want to sort of shoot a few more I want to shoot a little more pogo short films than what I normally do. So in the event that you're here just for Minecraft, I at least ask that, hey, if you're going to stick around for a little bit, then consider checking out the pogo short films, because I'm not showing the community and I'm not just going, oh, look, here's a cartoon character, as my mom likes to put it. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm trying to just show my region to my online peeps and to you guys, the viewers, in the event that maybe, say, you live in a desert region like my good peep Winter Grave does. He may not be able to get out and see the world, or at least parts of the world, like what I have to offer. So I'm kind of just creating these short films to show my region to you guys, but also I'm trying to experiment and push my limits when it comes to an artist. Now, what I mean by that is, when I create a pogo short film, I never want to do the same thing that I've already done. I want to try and do something new and different from what I've done before. But sometimes I may just take some old ideas and throw them into the mix, but that's okay at least, because I can't always innovate with each new installment to that series here on the channel. But what I'm getting at with all of this is, if you begin to see a little more Pogo content, Pokemon Go, I should mention, then Minecraft, it's not that I'm turning into a quote-unquote PokeTuber or anything like that whatsoever. It's just, I ain't getting any younger, alright? I'm 24, I'm going to be turning 25 this year, and I really, really, really would like to get out and see the world a little more whilst I can. So, as I continue to go out into the world, I'm going to, you know, do what I love most, and that is shoot these pogo short films. But also, when I come back from my adventures, you bet I'm going to take as much inspiration as I can and try and tie them into Minecraft, whether it be a Let's Build or a Vanilla Plus Minecraft Let's Play. So don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, this series at least is not going anywhere, and Minecraft itself is not going anywhere whatsoever. So I think at this time, that is going to do it for not only this discussion, but for this episode. So as always, if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to drop a like, and if you are new to the channel, then consider subscribing to your new home for entertainment. But do not forget to turn on notifications. That way you won't miss a future upload. As always, my name is Vanillaraccoon. Yous have been awesome. I would like to wish yous a happy day, and peace out.